And welcome back. We're picking where we left off last time in Factorio Space Age as we build our base on this frozen wasteland. Waiting for you to load up. And apparently it's already loaded. Can I stretch and get like 200 now? We need lots of heat pipes because I'm getting more and more interested in just doing more things, honestly. Oh, and how much a pain Hellenium plate is to pick up this 1,000? Okay, try to pick up 1,000, bring 1,000 over. Anyway, we're waiting for those to come in. For these, you all eat 3 ice a second, and you're gonna make 10 ice a second. So we don't consume enough ice. Is what I'm teaching myself here. We just don't consume enough ice. There is no way I consume enough ice. Okay. Vessel does have a loading plate on the way, so once the loading plate is loaded, come to Aquilo. At Aquilo, I'm going to add some stuff to encourage some specific draw costs. So if there is not 1,000 loading plate in there, grab 1,000 loading plate. If we don't have 200 heat pipes, grab 200 heat pipes. And you, polonium plate. And then how much ice does the melter consume? Or not how much ice, how much makes 20 water. You consume 10. We can run 2 heat exchangers off of the ice from one of those. Presumably heat exchangers cost. Copper steel. Okay, I can work with copper steel. We got stuff to make copper steel. Oops. get too carried away, it's gonna eat all the stuff up. For the moment, that'll work. Okay. Do I have a chemical plant? Where have I may have used all my chemical plants. Yeah, I have. I can make them here. So that's not... especially if I'm making steel, right? Making steel, we can make chemical plants. So I'm going to make it a little bit more water production, or a little bit more power production, running off of the heat grid here, so that we go through the water faster. That's the plan I'm thinking of right now. And we can tell our ship has arrived because stuff's getting built. Go bots. Now, whether that's enough or not is a slightly different problem. You drop all the requested stuff. I don't think we need the other stuff right now. So, back to novice. This is why we need more power. Because we're already overwhelmed. The bots are active, the grid's overwhelmed. The grid's just so overwhelmed. That's making water, so these are generating water. Yeah, we're gonna remove you. I need to provide heat pipe to you as well? Okay. More power! Sadly, not more power than I can imagine. We've done more power before. But more water consumption, which will help with simply keeping the ice from being the problem. Okay, so now we have a thing making lithium. How long that will make lithium, different question. But we have a thing making lithium. Okay, both of you are done. And put one there, put one there. Then we put pipe through there. And then the heat pipe is in the network in theory. Or, well, in the theory if we have some. Which may be a slightly different statement from in the network. Why? Oh, because that one's missing. There we go. Okay, 5 times more power. A little bit more water melt. A little bit more water efficiency. Consumption. However I want to describe that. Yeah. Still, almost certainly not enough. Still almost certainly not enough. And we got lithium, that coming in, which is what I need to build these. With the refined concrete and the processing units and the superconductors. Okay. Is that the only thing we need lithium plate for? Maybe. I suspect it isn't, but for the moment it is. And then that means we're going to need blues and concrete. Which got to come in from off-world. And CPU chips, which also going to come off from off-world. Okay. Okay. Oh, and we need heat pipe for you to work. Not that it needs to work per se right now. Okay, more power is good power. I think I had them refined. There's some refined. Okay. So over time, we'll just get more and more and more of those. And you're waiting the ice to be processed. You're waiting on the ammonia from the... Too much ice. I have too much ice. Way too much ice. Okay, couple different workarounds here. At this point, I don't think I need to use these to heat. Hopefully don't need those. We'll probably need to make sure the heat pipes stay connected, otherwise we'll potentially have problems in the future, because I'm not sure where my heat pipes needed to be. Right away. Okay, so that makes you a consumer of the thing. Probably do want rocket fuel running, but obviously we don't need it. It can have everything at this point. Okay, so all that system's connected. And none of it's being burnt. Which is what we want to kind of see for the moment. Take some ice. I gotta figure out what I'm doing with this ice to get the system running. Okay, make that ice. Make as much of that ice as I can. That should hopefully get that running for a little while. Now that we're not burning any of it, we don't need that one anymore because we don't need to be burning here either. Which also means I don't need that solid fuel. Nope, I must have found the odd one out. Oh, it's missing. Okay. Anyway, that now hooks that one up to the rest of the network, so as long as you don't need... Alright, completely backed up, and of course you are completely backed up, so that's not a perfect solution right now. Okay, so ice goes around, ice goes around, ice goes to you. So as you need ice, you grab ice and put the ice in there. Not that you're pulling ice or consuming ice quickly enough to really warrant that. And then this ice over here is only going into operating you. Why are we out of power? Do I just have like a weird grid connection somewhere? Power up there for some reason. Oh yeah, we just had weird grid connection somewhere for some reason. It's running off accumulators up north. Okay, that fixed that. And yeah, that must be working because that's working. Okay. We're still obviously not using water fast enough. And now we're completely reliant on these for the heat. It's a good thing these are hot. Max temp, almost max temp, right? Power base is basically running off the warmth of that, which is working. You can take 3, you can take 3, that can take 3. That would raise power demands, though. I'm not sure if I have the power consumption, or the power production is worth that. I say that as we're only using like 2, 3, 4 megawatts, okay. What am I missing for having another copper iron? One more of those. Okay. And another producer of power. Speeding up that water consumption. Though at least this one's only making 5 a second, and yeah, we're making way too much ice. We're making way too much ice. Yeah, so you're being... Actually, speed you up a little bit. You can be sped up. which will help a little bit there. Yeah, it really comes down to, are we making net ammonia? And we really, if we are, it's not easy to see. So you're waiting on lithium, you're waiting on ammonia solution. Ammonia solution's waiting on ice to be consumed by all the stuff down here. Can do a little bit more mergers as far as our ammonia solution is concerned, I suppose. Okay, so at least now the systems are merged, which is helping this get going. Okay. So yeah, we're now down to the point where we have too much ice protection. We have way too much ice protection. Too much ice protection and not enough ammonia protection. And they're byproducts of each other, so I don't know what I'm going to do with the ice. And yeah, I don't have a convenient way to dispose of water. You can't just melt it. Yeah, so I can delete water like that, but that's still not going to be enough demand. Could put in more currents, but we're not even running the current ones at full speed, so I can't, like, that'll let that make more power in theory, but it's not going to, at least initially. And yeah, I suppose I could throw speed into things. Just to make them consume faster. Where are, there's the speed modules. Oh, and we got productivity as well. Let's throw productivity into some of the stuff that doesn't make ice. So you are a good target for our productivity. Crank the productivity up on you. Might as well crank the productivity up on you. Can't actually shove productivity in you. You would be quality if I had quality. You have quality. Shove some quality modules in that one. We do have a decent amount of speed, so let's go ahead, crank some speed into things. And that's all balance. If that's all speed, that all works right in lockstep. Oh, okay. Okay, so that ice is flowing. That was that ice to move. Okay. And yeah, that will require much higher power to make all this work. But as you can see, this isn't even running at the moment. It's, we're not actually consuming the product quickly enough either. Yeah, that looks like it'll work for the moment. We're not actually exporting from that quickly enough. Could swap these, but then we're input-output limited, I suppose. Those are running on speed already. What's the quality difference that you make? Like, we're now harvesting quality. Not that we've apparently made any yet. Because you're not running. Oh, and I suppose sticking so many quality modules in it makes it a little slow. Makes it a little slow. Yeah, maybe that wasn't the greatest idea. Minus 10% speed. So we're actually, in a way, that's the way to do it. We're getting more stuff out simply by the reality that we can't make it any slower. So it's 48% more productivity. So every other cycle or so is making another thing. And okay, it takes 2.5 more times? Because we're basically minned the speed out here. Oh no, minus 80%. Oh, well, actually, we're at the limit. Either way, we're at the limit. It is as slow as it will go, which in a way might actually be good, because maybe we don't have enough ammonia to operate at full speed. And then the next one would be lithium plus fluorine plus ammonia plus solid fuel to make fluoroketone. Then we want you to be the underground for the moment. Some pipe. Okay. I haven't brought any massive fighters, have I? I don't have to fill one rocket? Do I not make... Don't make reinforced concrete on the planet, do I? Ah, that's Okay, there's the easy solution to that, and that is we swap you to Fulgura. We're already picking most of the stuff up from Fulgura, so detour for that's not an issue. And then from Fulgura, we're also going to want to pick up... What am I thinking of? I forgot about it as I was thinking about it. No, this is Novice pickup. From Novice, please pick up one thing of passive fighters and one thing for questers. And then head over to Fulgura to pick the other stuff up. Because what I'm thinking we're going to do is we're going to put down here... Well, stick it as an iron chest for the moment. This will be a passive provider, and then we'll have the bots drag that across the map. Yeah, we're nowhere, because the bots should be able to deliver there. We just out. That's plausible. That's quite plausible. Nope, nope. There's just well, there's also not a lot of bots in the network, I suppose. Oh, and you need to be heated. Okay. That's not too hard. I just drag the thing down like so. And obviously that line will have to be in network as well. Though that's just for the solid fuel. Okay, you filled? No, so waiting on you to take some deliveries. They are being delivered, so I can actually just tell you next stop Quillo. And we'll look up. Okay, looking at the time, this is probably where I should go ahead and put a bar break in for YouTube and Twitch. It's probably time that I go get a new cup of tea, as we're 3 parts into this recording session. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. I'm hoping to get... Well, working the hot one. The cold one's easy. Yeah, the cold one's easy. Hot's hard, cold's easy. I mean, maybe I actually just want to crank the speed up on the hot, to be fair. But yeah. think that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Okay. Know what we need to build that one down here? No. Okay, now can I go down? Yes. And the cool one, like so. Yeah. Cool one's not that hard. In fact, anything the cool one is probably when we're running like speed or something. High speed. Because it turns cold into hot, or hot into cold. Not sure if we can we throw productivity in there? No, that one can't have productivity. This one can have productivity. Okay, so the cooling can't be done with productivity. Yeah, so we'll come back, we'll get this working, and we'll try to get some science here going to ship out. So with that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. Bye for now.